chute. Hi, I'm Grillo, founder of Delta Rescue, the world's largest no-kill, care-for-life animal shelter. Over the past 19 years, I've rescued thousands of dogs and cats who were abandoned in the wilderness. And giving these animals a safe, happy home has always been my top priority, and that included building the perfect doghouse. After years of testing, I hit on a great idea. A doghouse that would be inexpensive and energy efficient. Using 25 bales of straw, 3 sheets of plywood, we built the straw-bale doghouse. And they withstood even our terrible El Nino rains last year. By following the instructions on this video, you too could build a straw-bale doghouse in your backyard. And your dogs will love it. Now to show what we've done here, we put some 2x6s down on the ground. We made a frame that the hay is going to sit on so it won't actually touch the ground. That may or may not be important in the long run. Permanently, I think it's important because the water will come underneath the hay. In a temporary situation for 10, 15 years, I don't think that's a big deal. We put these 3 across because this is the floor. This is the sheet of plywood. We put deck enamel on a sheet of plywood. And we've cut 2 feet off of this sheet. This is a 4x8 that we cut down a 4x6. So this sheet here is now the 4x6 foot interior where the dogs will lie. So 2 or 3 dogs can lie on this surface area. This is pretty big. 6 feet, plenty of room. Bring your sleeping bag. Come here, dogs. So 2, 3 dogs could sleep here. This is the interior. Now, the hay, the straw rather, will go around the outside, and that's where you see the big structure. In the spring, when the good weather gets here, believe it or not, this is Christmas in California, but it's also cold up here. We get a little snow. In the spring, when the rain stops, because this is our rainy season, when the rain is over, we're going to open these up again on the top, and we're going to drop in the 4 walls, which will also be plywood and deck enamel. So the dogs won't be able to ruin the wood with splashing water and stuff. Anyway, in the spring we do that, then we cover it up again. Then we're going to stucco the exterior. Right now, for quick and for warm, this rice straw doesn't get moldy, so we're not going to stucco anything. We're just going to put it up for the season, cover the top with plastic, and put a couple inches of soil on top of that to hold the plastic down and give the dogs a play area. When it's stuccoed, they're going to have a totally stucco exterior. This is the only time we'll actually see the straw. If you're doing this at home, leave the straw. You don't have to go crazy and stucco it unless you want a permanent structure and you want to have it around for, 100 years. So at any rate, this is the bottom. These are the sheets of 4x8 that are going to go on top as a ceiling, these 2. And then this little piece, this is the 2-foot piece that we cut off of the floor, which was a 4x8. Now it's a 4x6, and this is 2x4 right here. This is going to go over the entryway. Make sure you buy plywood that's finished on one side and paint the finished side with deck enamel. Make a level area for your platform about 12 feet by 12 feet. And make sure the entrance points south. Make sure you lay the 2x6s as shown in this diagram and nail them together.
we'll do is square this up. Okay, that's 13 foot 2 inches and a quarter, so we're 2 inches out of square. Okay. Now she's perfectly square.
After you square your frame, lay out the 7-foot 2x6s as shown here. We wrote the measurements on your screen so you could follow along. So here's one under construction. See the way the hay is going exactly between, riding on the edges of the... Ray's got this down to a science.
Yeah, we got it down.
I hope if you ever do get near a yard where the dogs are very friendly, tell them to be very, very careful with those hooks.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a map of how we stacked our bales. It all started when I rescued a pot-bellied pig a few years ago, and it was cold and windy in the doghouse he was in and at home, and then I thought, well, I have all this straw hanging around. I said, let me build him a straw house around his house. It's been up for, well, it's about 3 years now. It's up, it's still standing. I just threw them together like this, just whacked them around his house. It's all still there, and it keeps him warm, and he's happy as hell, and I thought, so one day I saw that and said, why don't we do this for our dogs? That's how this whole thing began. So the way, these are turned this way, and then this comes across like bricks, you know. Here's a map of the second course. Okay, now they're going to put the ceiling on. The gray, this is that piece I told you about. The gray goes down because the dogs will be living in and they splash water up, so. he's putting a support in the middle just temporarily until the spring when we put the walls in. He's putting a 2x6 in there to support the plywood only because we're going to put 2 or 3 inches of dirt on top of the straw. If it was just the straw, we wouldn't even need that. This is 3/4 inch plywood. I remember working real fast one day lifting hay down at the ranch, and about my 15th bale, you know, you get a sequence, lift, 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 and I went like this, lift, jump, and I went out of sequence, had to pull it out of my leg. It was right in my leg.
Okay, that's it.
That was 8 minutes. Here's a map of the final course. An 8-minute doghouse. That piece of wood in the middle is fine. The dogs go around it, but in the spring, that'll be gone, and the walls will be in. Now they'll also put some dirt in here to cover the wood over here. The dirt will come in. We'll go look at some. The dirt is all packed, and the dogs won't see any wood. It's a nice shoot. It's warm. It's quiet. It's just to show you. If you step up here, you'll see the dirt, the plastic. This is the 10 mil plastic to protect the straw from the rain, and then we put the dirt on to keep the plastic down. Now the dogs tear holes in it, but we just replace it. Hey guys. Hey guys. Come here, puppies. Come here, puppies. Come here, puppies. What? Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? Get up here. Come on. Puppies. Come on, pups. Come on, pups. Come on, pups. Hey. How you guys? Look at him, look at him. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Hey. 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 To build the interior shell, you'll need additional supplies. Copy the following lists off your screen.
put it down what it calls for, 3/4. You missed that nail. Three-quarters of an inch also. Reform. Almost a one-man's job. And we usually put 3 nails in here. Oh. Okay. 26 should be 25. Right, we got 3 inches. 3 inches. Now, these are the 16 penny nails. 6 over here. 25 1/4. That's good. That's the way we want that. Just like that. Okay.
To reinforce your walls, stick the rebar into the outside bales only, 2 per bale, and hammer them down. Now don't put any rebar in the center or you'll go right through your plywood roof. Trim the bales to make a clean surface for the cement. We use hog rings to secure the wire. It'll take about 1 yard of cement to cover your doghouse. Here's the recipe. Use a glove to protect your hands from the cement and apply about a ½ inch, or whatever sticks. Your first coat needs about a week to dry. Your dogs can play on the house in the meanwhile. Then you'll be ready for your color coat. We use goldenrod. It matches our landscape. You can ask your hardware store for your own color. Fill the opening with cement and put a little slope in there to keep the rain out. We're converting our entire shelter to straw-bale doghouses, and the dogs love them. For more information about Delta Rescue, or how to get a video of the show, just write to us at the address on your screen.